the judge in this case is essentially trying to say that the president doesn't have the executive authority to deport foreign terrorists from our American soil. That is an egregious abuse of the bench. This judge does not have that authority, and it's very, very clear that this is an activist judge who is trying to usurp the president's authority. Under the Alien Enemies Act, the Judge Boasberg is a Democrat activist. He was appointed by Barack Obama. His wife has donated more than $10,000 to Democrats, and he has consistently shown his disdain for this president and his policies.
All right, that, of course, is Caroline Levitt at today's press conference. Joining us now, we welcome back Laura Ingraham. Wow, my great Laura Ingraham, host of the Ingraham Angle on Fox News. Laura, wonderful. Thank you for doing this. You know,
Great to see you.
I want to talk about your interview last night, your great interview with President Trump. But one thing about this judge's story, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know you're the lawyer, I'm not. But I don't think judges have the authority to appoint themselves president. But I think a lot of these judges don't understand that. They think they can be president, and therein lies a problem.
Yeah, this Judge Chuang in the District Court of Maryland, why that's the court of choice here, I think we know is obvious. But what he ruled in his preliminary injunction, which essentially requires that all the shutdown that occurred at USAID be reversed, that the agency essentially be reopened. He's hanging it on the fact that the president, through Elon Musk, violated the separation of powers doctrine in the Constitution because Congress, by statute, set up USAID. So it is Congress that would have to dismantle USAID, presumably, saying that it's likely unconstitutional that the president did what he did, again, via Doge and Elon Musk. So this is going to have to get expedited to the Court of Appeals in D.C. or in Maryland in this case. And obviously, it's going to end up all the way to the Supreme Court. But Larry, what really has to happen here, I think, is Congress has to step in and begin to circumscribe the court's jurisdiction. You have to limit the court's jurisdiction, or at least limit this venue shopping, the forum shopping that's going on, which is absolutely easily done by Congress by statute. So all of this should go through the D.C. District Court and then be stayed. You know, the ruling should be stayed while this is appealed all the way to the court.
Well, Laura, one idea out there, which is information, is to take the Elon Musk suggestions, whether it's USAID or whatever, bundle them up into a rescission package. And you only need simple majorities in the House and Senate. You only need 51 votes in the House, like reconciliation, to get a rescission through. So that brings Congress into play, and it merges Congress with what Elon wants to do. It seems to me that's a sensible way out of this.
Yeah, it may be. There needs to be a permanent solution here. And again, the president is going to be stymied, I believe, for most of his 4 years in office by this nonstop lawfare, Larry, that is a tool of the left to stop Trump. When they don't have the House, when they don't have the Senate, they still have hundreds of millions of dollars to fuel this litigation. And, you know, that Norm Eisen, he's involved with one of these lawsuits involving USAID. There's the transgender lawsuit. There's the birthright citizenship lawsuit. But again, Congress can't just sit back and expect President Trump to do it all by himself, whether it's rescission or through substantive congressional legislation. They have to move against the courts and just say, look, can't venue shop, and any injunction that you put forth has to be stayed pending appeal, given the severity of the problem the president faces, both the economic problem in this country and national security.
Laura, so you were interviewing him, and I know there's a second half coming. For our viewers, take the temperature of President Trump. What did you see last night? What did you hear last night?
I think he was in an incredibly optimistic mood, and that's with everything that he's facing, with what his friend Elon Musk is going through, for the harm he's doing to the country by volunteering to, you know, help save the economy and shrink the government. So what he's going through, obviously the court challenges, everything he's been through for the last 4 years. But I find him incredibly optimistic and resilient, and he has a mission, Larry, and I think he knows he only has a short amount of time. He has a mission to bring America back as an industrial power, a manufacturing power. And if that does not occur, he believes America will be threatened, both militarily threatened and, of course, economically on the brink. And he's on a mission. So the tariffs are part of that. But he wants manufacturing back here in the United States. And I find a happy Trump is always the best Trump. And he was in a great mood yesterday. Yeah,
well, I think you're right. I saw part of it, and I mean, I think that's been his sense. You know, you look at him, I think he's a happy camper. He ought to be a happy camper. He's doing great things. He has a lot of support carried over from the election. So can I just circle back on the Elon Musk thing? Elon Musk has done this country a fabulous thing, in my humble opinion, by going and using SpaceX and rescuing the astronauts and rescuing the cosmonauts. Joe Biden literally left them hanging in space. That's a terrible, disgusting thing. Elon just brought them home. Among other things, Elon's basically saying, you know what? This is the greatest country in the world. We have no limits. Our ingenuity is better than anybody's. Our technology is better than others. And now you read in the papers this morning, a bunch of Teslas were firebombed in Las Vegas. This is obviously not the first time. People are hating him because he's slimming down the government, which has about 70% approval. I mean, Musk, you know, I had a great interview with Musk. He was on Sean last night. Musk is doing great things for this country. Musk is making this country great, for heaven's sakes. It's driving me crazy, whether it's bringing astronauts home or slimming down government or just showing people how great we can be. I just don't understand. It drives me crazy.
Well, let me explain it to you.
Yeah.
The hard left, the radical left, people that are carrying out these acts of domestic terrorism against Tesla, they hate America. They hate traditionalism. They hate American history. They think it's rotten, racist, corrupt, unfair. Elon Musk represents really the American dream. Coming here legally as an immigrant, working hard. Yeah, he got some government loans, but that's only because he had something really powerful to promote and innovate and ultimately sell for the benefit of our country. But so he should be a shining example of what is possible in this country. But instead, he's the target because at their core, these people despise the traditionalism of America. And his example in making it in this country is a traditional example of success, ingenuity, and entrepreneurship. That's why they despise it. But 5 minutes ago, when he wasn't political, they're like, "Oh, isn't it great? It's all green. Isn't he wonderful?" So it's just beyond obvious. These are political terrorists that are taking it out on Elon Musk, and the next person who helps Trump, they're going to do the same thing to them. But this is a warning shot they're firing to any business leader who takes it upon himself or herself to assist this president in carrying out his agenda. And I can tell you, as you knew, Larry, and that was a terrific interview, Elon Musk is full speed ahead. He's not deterred. Yeah. He's very optimistic about this country. And I find that incredibly, as an American, forget TV or any of that, I find that incredibly inspiring. Absolutely inspiring.
Yeah, well said, Laura. Well said. Okay. We love having you on the show. It's great to see you. I wish you
great to see you, Larry, as always.
Visit more. Anyway, don't miss, by the way, don't miss part 2 of Laura's exclusive interview with President Trump. That'll be tonight on the Ingraham Angle at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here on Fox.